Hogwarts Legacy'de önceki bölümde.
Please meet Highwing.
You were speaking to a goblin here that day.
Yes, Lodgok.
Ranrock and I had a falling out a while back. The relic could well repair the chasm between us.
I retrieved the helmet from the Ashwinders.
Well done. This is sure to impress Ranrock.
Herkese merhaba. Hogwarts Legacy'de 10. bölümdeyiz. Hikayeye kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. Evet, en son bu iyi goblinle aramızda bir miğfer alışverişi oldu. Bu goblinlerin antik miğferini biz verdik. O da Ranrock'a yanışıp bu miğferle bize Ranrock'un planlarını söyleyecek idi. Pek güvenmiyoruz açıkçası kendisine ama bakalım, bir umut. Hop. Gecenin köründe yine Hogwarts'ta dolanıyoruz. Oo, bayağı yalnız. Biz neden şeye gitmiyoruz ki? Sen söyle. Ama bak, bu sefer çoğu öğrenci yok yani. Baksana, sadece biz dolanıyoruz. Burada bekleyeceğiz. Bu bekçi değil mi? Bekçi bile yoktu yalnız bu arada.
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night.
Ne oluyor yani?
We are fortunate. Now, if you wouldn't mind humoring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Go on, take the moon. Oh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed, which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
Evet, neden biz?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of two statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
I'd be glad to help you, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I knew I could count on you. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? Alahomora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good luck. Oh, and thank you.
Bir dakika, şimdi Alahomora diye bir büyü var. Hocam niye o zaman bu büyülü bir büyü varsa, affedersin ama kilit koyuyorsun her yere? Madem açılıyor. Ha. Yanlış mıyım? Çok gizli bir büyü olmalıydı. Sadece Hermione bilmeliydi bunu.
Alohomora.
Ne oluyor hocam? Bir şey anlamadım ki ben.
One eternity later.
Ne bu? Oldu gerçekten. Şükür.
Well done. You're in. Remember, use a disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you. This is a restricted area of the castle after all.
Adamın işini biz neden yapıyoruz? Madem gizli bir alan burası. Yanlış mıyım? Ha, bir de hayaletler var.
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Gizli. Gizlinin bizi
We're
anlamaması
raising a
mümkün değil ya.
generation of coddled cape flappers that can scarcely tell the difference between acolyte and...
Aynı Dumbledore gibi. Ha, bir tanesi burada ha.
This must be the prefect's bathroom. Alohomora.
Hayır, Allah'ım, orada bunu yaşayacağız galiba. Neyse ki çözdük hocam.
Saying that Ranrock's loyalists are preparing for a rebellion. Bruce, always mucking up, stirring up
Aa,
trouble. Perhaps
banyolar.
Ranrock and Hyssop wouldn't be so combative if the ministry would allow them to
Keşke
have
şey detayı falan
Once those
olsaydı.
goblins come to
Sen
me,
söyle.
I'll hand them Anyway, I'm not afraid of a
Ya bir
goblin
tane kız
rebellion.
vardı ya
My March
duşta.
and Professor Hecate
Kalan
said
hayalet.
it was hers. I don't think that's what
Keşke o olsaydı.
Why don't you leave goblins alone, troll?
Lumos'la mı çalışıyordu? Neyle çalışıyordu?
Lumos.
Yok. Peki. Acaba bir bölgedeki tüm şeyleri toplasak ne olur? Ha, bunun dikkatini dağıtacak ne yapabiliriz?
The headmaster would never allow a student in here.
Yalnız bu farkına varmadı yalnız. Bu nasıl bir aptallık? Aa. Revire geldik.
I suppose I should begin my rounds now.
Oy oy oy, kim
I
görüyor beni?
suppose Professor Black knows
Oo. Profesör Hickett. Eli tam şurada yatmıştı arkadaşlar. Tam şu değil miydi? Bu ya, bu yattığı yer tam olarak buydu. Beckett da yani gözü açık tek profesör sanırım ya.
And Ravenclaw would not have been that. Not this year, anyway.
I'm partial to Hufflepuff myself. What was that?
What was what?
I thought I heard something.
Hadi canım, hareket etmiyoruz
Perhaps
ki.
not. Anyway, I had high hopes for Hufflepuff. I was finally going to learn the Quidditch rules.
It's a majestic sport. Encompasses the whole of the human condition.
Çok komikler ya. Şeyleri falan eleştiriyorlar birbirleriyle. Bu ne şimdi?
Revelio.
Şimdi biz kendimizi genel olarak ana görevlere şey yaptığımız için biraz böyle gezici edasıyla yapmıyoruz gibi. Hareket ediyor mu? Gerçekten ediyormuş bu arada. Aa. Bu Moon bize daha ileri seviye Alahomoraları öğretecek sanırım. Harika değil mi? Ne oluyor? Kim görüyor bize? Ben göremedim. Daha aşağı ineceğiz daha. Hocam burayı açabiliyoruz mu? Level 2'ymiş orası. Burada kağıt burada. Çok komikler ya. Bunlar eğlenceli şeyler yazıyorlar kağıtlara. O ne öyle? Açık mı burası? Quidditch maçlarıyla ilgili bir şeylerden bahsediyordu. Burası Fig'in odası mı? O zaman. Şurası neresi? Hatta açılıyor.
Alohomora.
Alohomora. Kolay ya, bu işi beğendim ben. Sirona'dan bir yazı. İyi, biz burada okuldaki bütün paraları alırız ya. Sürpriz. Bir dakika. Şaşırmadım.
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
I'll see what I can do, but I'm fairly busy. I can't promise anything.
Understood, but I hope you will find the time. In case it matters, I do have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that. Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
Hello, friend. I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
This looks like the right statue.
Bu nedir böyle?
Mrs. Hogwarts, and she hasn't been herself lately. I'd
Ne
like
oluyor
to
hocam?
Defendium.
I'm heading to Feldcroft soon.
Gizli yerlere gidiyoruz.
Goodness. Who knew that?
Beasts class, I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
Allah, bir yerlere geldik ama.
I've not heard from my Uncle Roland in quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the courtyard?
Arkadaş.
Accio. Depulso. Levioso.
Buraya ne kullanacağız? Ha, tamir.
Reparo. I need to fix the lift before I can use it. That seems to have done the trick.
Ya burası nereye gidiyor ki? Random bir göreve giriştik.
This castle will never cease to surprise me. Incendio.
Örümceklerle karşılaşabiliriz o zaman
I'm
burada.
trapped.
Hemen.
How am I supposed to get out of here?
Ne yapabiliriz ki buna?
Levioso.
Ha, Levioso. Çok mantıklı. Güzel.
I'm going to have to get past this. Reparo. Levioso. Incendio. Reparo. Levioso. Something is getting in the way of that platform. One more to go and I'll make it across. Depulso! Accio!
Ne yapacağız?
Accio!
Tamam, çözdük.
Levioso! Aha! Got it. I need to find a way to open that gate. Incendio! Something smells sweet. Must be close to Honeydukes. Incendio! Honeydukes. I can smell the chocolate. Now, where would I find the dried billywig stings for Gareth? I have the dried billywig stings. Now back to Gareth. I can only imagine how his new recipe's going to turn out.
Ha, bu Gerrit için. Yani bir tane iksir düzenliyordu. Onun için şey yaptık. Hogsmeade'de falan mı çıkacağız şimdi? Sen şaka olamaz. Şaka yapıyor olabilirsin yani gerçekten. Hogwarts'tan Hogsmeade'e mi geldik biz yine? Hocam nasıl yapıyoruz böyle şeyleri ya? Hogwarts map. Evet, Sebastian'la buluşacağız. Oo, bayağı uzak ama burası. Buraya nasıl gelebiliriz ki hocam? Hizam burası. Nasıl gideceğimizi tahmin edebiliyorum. Aynen şöyle gideceğiz. Hop,
You
bir
can't
dakika.
imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented.
After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to On.
Evet. Süpürgemizle Sebastian'ın yanına gidiyoruz. Size de şöyle güzel bir doğa manzarası izleteyim yani gerçekten. Yalnız harita bayağı büyük ya. Oh. Gerçekten de bir adventure'a çıktık alt üstü. Şöyle hop. Fena. Buradaki level kaç bunlar?
Most goblins in my family work in the mines, so wonder what those...
O nedir öyle korumalı bir alan var. Giremiyorsun. İstesen de. Oo. Biz nerelere geldik arkadaş? Sebastian ha buraya geldiyse helal olsun. Nasıl bir yolla geldi bilmiyorum.
Oh, this day has gone on too long.
Biz de aynı arkadaş olarak geldik. Evet bakalım Sebastian'ı. Evet geldi Sebastian da.
You made it.
Senin için geldim karşıyım.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way.
Evet burası ilginç bir kale.
Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier.
Now you should be.
With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight.
Abi böyle yapmışlar oyunu. Hep
Here
böyle
we are.
söylüyoruz.
My sister should be just inside.
Aa. Ben mi gireyim içeri? Hani kapıyı falan çalsan girsek falan. Ha. Okay. Bakalım.
Aha!
Sebastian, where did you? Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse.
Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during
Kıyafetimizi
a rather
değiştirelim.
lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh,
Konsepte
dear
uygun olalım
Professor
birazcık.
Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother and me in line.
I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft really if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'll do my best. I can promise to speak with him about it.
Thank you.
Tamam.
His search for a cure is futile, I'm afraid. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
Burada bir not var. Nedir bu? Sebastian'dan gelen mektuplardan bir tanesi. Evet, kıyafetimizi değiştireceğiz. Burada ne var? Bir not daha var. Evet, yeni giyeceğimiz kıyafetler bunlar konsepte uygun olarak.
That boy will frame my last nerve.
Peki.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. I was about to check on Anne. Did I see you come from the house? How is she?
She's all right. She said she was going to rest.
Nothing can be done for her.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
I understand what you're saying, sir.
Good. I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop.
I know.
I hope you remember what I've said. Good day.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
I'll admit, I wasn't expecting him to be so angry.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened.
Güzel.
Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something.
Ney? Kazıyorlar mıymış? Allah Allah. Bak sen şu işe.
Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne.
Allah Allah.
This way.
Durduk yere. Kızı şey yapmışlar arkadaş.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Only good
What?
wizard is a dead wizard in my
Accio! Levioso! Incendio!
Wow wow wow.
No witch or wizard will be spared.
Over here!
Accio! Incendio! Confringo!
Oh wow wow.
Confringo! Protego!
Do you think this is funny?
Levioso! Confringo!
You've made your last mistake. You're like a glum bumble beneath my feet. One less human to worry about.
Accio! Incendio!
I won't rest until you're...
Accio!
You will regret coming here.
Levioso!
Just you wait till I'm on solid ground!
Accio! Incendio! Confringo!
I won't rest
Expelliarmus! Confringo!
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Peki. Okey. Başka ne yapacağız? Sebastian'la konuşacakmışız.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone would be hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at billywhigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around?
Hadi
They
bakalım.
seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Hipogrif var. Gördünüz mü? Hipogrif var orada. Burada bir şey arayacakmışız. Revelio. Burada bir kazı şeyi var.
I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the ministry isn't doing more. Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumor was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard.
Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists.
It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
This well looks familiar.
Hatırladınız mı? Şu kadim büyücüler şuradaydı, şu tepedeydi. O Isadora ve şeyleri de buradaydı.
Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second.
Baksana.
Revelio.
İşler yavaş yavaş birleşmeye başladı. Bunları beklemiyordum ben açıkçası.
Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Okay.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out. Huh, a stairwell.
Oh. İşler
Why
derinleşiyor.
bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
Lumos. Lumos. Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels. A journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this.
Isadora bu vebadan gelen vebada babasına benzeyen kişilere yardım etmeye başlamış büyü olarak. Gerçekten öyle. Bitti mi? Bu kadar.
Revelio.
Bitmedi mi daha?
Accio.
Wow. Açılıyormuş burası.
You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
Oho.
I know it sounds strange, but...
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I have a rare ability to see whispers of ancient magic.
I don't know what I was expecting you to say, but it wasn't that. I knew you weren't telling me everything. Ancient magic. What does that even mean?
I'm not entirely sure, but the Keepers have said that it's a powerful magic that should only be wielded by a select few.
And you can wield it?
I don't know, but Fig and I think that Ranrock has somehow found a way to harness that magic's power.
Are you telling me that goblins may be wielding some sort of wizard magic?
That's what we're trying to find out. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood.
Orayı
Well then,
İzab
invisible
İzadora
secret
yapmış.
ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath.
Undercroft'u Isadora yapmış kendisi için. Muhtemelen bir şeyler yapıyordu orada. Bak sen. İşler kızışıyor yavaş yavaş. Güzel.
Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look.
Wow. İlk defa oluyor sanırım değil mi? Antik büyü şeyleri var orada.
Why
Parçası
hide a
var.
triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the Keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not? Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Sian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did.
Harika.
I'll be in touch.
Güzel.
Till then.
Şimdi şöyle birkaç tane karakter var. Bu karakterlerin hikayeleri yavaş yavaş birleşecek anladığım kadarıyla. Hepsi birbiriyle bağlantılı şeyler çıkacak gibi duruyor. Evet. Kıyafetlerimizi tekrar giydikten sonra ana görevdeki bu bir sonraki sınavı açabilmek için olan şartlardan birini yerine getireceğiz. Bu Deek'le buluşacakmışız. Hemen yanına doğru gideceğiz. Görmeden böyle bir yer yok.
Deke! Ah,
Deke is so happy to see you. Deke noticed this bag in the room the other day. You must need it to help with your schoolwork. Deke has seen one of these before. Deke calls it a knapsack.
Wow. Her şey için ısınan çantalardan
Perfect
mı?
for gathering and transporting beasts. Pleasant little breeze.
I have been thinking about something Professor Howard said in Beasts class, that I should study as many beasts as I can on my own time. She also mentioned that poachers have been active in the area. So, perhaps the beasts will be safer with us than out on their own.
Precisely what Deke was thinking. You see, the room knew exactly what you needed, and luckily, Deke can show you how to best use the knapsack and where. Come along then. Our first stop will be beyond the castle grounds. We can leave now, or you can come and find Deke when you're ready to go. That was a dark time in Deke's life. Deke found himself in service of the cruelest wizard he ever met. A nasty poacher. Deke hated working for him. He did horrible things to beautiful beasts. Oh. It was during those days that Deke first saw a knapsack. It'll be nice to see one used for good.
Oh.
We have arrived. Deke enjoys coming here to watch the beasts, especially the potful of puffskeins nearby. It will be nice to keep them safe. All you will need to do is get close, direct the open knapsack toward the puffskein, and in it'll go.
All right.
Peki. Nasıl kullanacağız onu? Allah'ım. Güzel.
You got one!
I managed to rescue a puffskein.
You can rescue as many as the knapsack will hold. Poachers capture puffskeins and, well, Deke isn't sure what they do with them. Deke is certain they will be safer with you. Now, not all beasts will be as simple to rescue as a puffskein. Deke suggests you next find a beast that can fly. A jobberknoll, perhaps.
All right. Where would I find one?
Deke knows of some to the west, nesting in a large tree overlooking Hogwarts. But we must be careful. Deke has seen poachers in the area recently. Deke will meet you there whenever you're ready.
Hello, Deke. Shall we continue?
Oh, good. Deke was worried about you, what with all the poachers in the area. Perhaps we should work quickly. The jobberknolls are just here, in this large tree.
Professor Howard will never believe this. I rescued a jobberknoll.
Deke hopes your jobberknoll finds the knapsack nice and cozy. Poachers want them for their feathers, and are not kind when they gather them.
Are there any other beasts nearby?
Just one that Deke knows of, a herd of moon calves. They live in a clearing of trees up this footpath. Deke will see you there.
Sanırım bu işte iyiyiz ya.
After you.
Deke supposes you're finished here. He'll be able to rescue many more beasts, but for now, let's bring the ones you've gathered back to the room. There you are. Now, we need to show the beast you rescued their new home. But, not enough room to let them out here. Imagine all those beasts running amok. That wouldn't do at all. Perhaps if you focus on what your beasts need, the room will provide. What exactly did you think of? Heavens!
Oh no.
You've done it!
But what is it?
Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out. Meet you inside when you're ready.
Harika.
Look at this. It's amazing.
Where are we, Deke?
It seems to be a place for your beasts to live, a vivarium of some sort. Oh, your beasts will be quite comfortable here. They'll live healthy, safe lives. Perhaps you want to release them. Let them see their new home. Oh. Oh.
I've collected some magical materials, Deke.
Now Deke can show you how to use them. First, you'll need to use this spellcraft to conjure an enchanted loom.
An enchanted loom?
Exactly. It will allow you to use your magical materials to weave magic into the very threads of your clothing, making your clothing more useful in a variety of ways. Why don't you try it?
Seçebiliyor muyum? Evet, seçebiliyorum. Güzel. Wow, bayağı iyi. Bayağı
That came
özelleşti.
out nicely. I should show Deke. I used the enchanted loom, Deke.
Wonderful.
Will I be able to weave even more powerful magic into my clothing with the loom?
You will, by rescuing even more powerful beasts. For now, however, Deke suggests you explore the vivarium and get to know the beasts you've already rescued.
Thank you for your help, Deke.
Evet. Hogwarts Legacy'de 10. bölümün sonuna geldik. Sonraki bölümlerde görüşmek üzere. Kendinize çok iyi bakın. Hoşçakalın.